Hello, my dear friends. Today I would like to speak about medicine songs. What are they? So many people do not even know what these things are, but these are actually very powerful tools to help yourself heal and change your state, increase your energy, calm down, find relaxation. These songs are amazing, and I will talk about them, and in the end of this video I would share some of my favorite songs with you. My name is Marina Robbins. I am a voice coach and a Gestalt therapist. I help my clients express themselves authentically and freely on social media and on stage, because so many wonderful experts and leaders are out there with a lot of expertise who are terrified of sharing their voices with the world, of sharing who they are with the world, because unfortunately we grew up in the world full of shame and conditioning that keeps us down, that doesn't want us to truly shine. And I am here to help with self-expression through the voice and through your presence out there in front of people. So today I would like to talk about medicine songs. What are these songs? Personally, I have encountered them for the first time during the sacred plant ceremonies. You know, nowadays there are a lot of ceremonies that happen around the world where people go to find personal transformations through these experiences. And usually, to support your journey along the way, there are people playing certain songs so that your mind feels calm and safe, that you feel relaxed and soothed throughout your journey. This was the first time I touched those songs. I really liked them, but I did not quite understand the true power of them. And only 2 years ago, I went to a drum circle in Barcelona. And oh my God, this was a revolution in my brain. I never had that experience before. You get together with people, you take drums, shamanic drums, and with a stick, you start beating on that shamanic drum with a certain rhythm. And at the same time, you start singing a pretty simple song. Usually it's about 4 to 8 lines, and you keep repeating it. So the drum creates the rhythm, almost like a trance rhythm. It invokes that trance state of the mind when eventually, following that rhythm, you can stop thinking about what you are doing with your hands. It just happens naturally that you keep helping yourself with the rhythm of the drum. At the same time, you sing certain words. The revolutionary song for myself was the one called Wild Woman. I think at the time I really wanted to find some power within myself, and this song came into my life. The words, some of the words of that song go as hair by hair, bone by bone, wild woman, reclaim your throne. And I remember how throughout that experience, I'm just sitting there and doing the drums and singing this song again and again for maybe a solid 3-5 minutes. Afterwards, everybody stops and there is a silence in the room. In that silence, you can still feel the vibration of all the drums that have just happened and all that energy that everybody was singing together, that people brought into the space. It's wonderful. And that kind of experience leaves you very energized, yet quite calm and relaxed. It's a very interesting combination of having really beautiful energy, but it's not the one of the energy of anxiety, whereas it's the energy of joy. So I have done that singing circle. I felt good about it, but I can't say that there was any change happening or something. Yet in 2 weeks' time, I found myself experiencing the state of a wild woman, what I call by that power within that I started to feel only in my 30s. That was probably one of the first times when I really touched that energy within myself, that structure in my psyche that was capable of making shit happen and help me claim what is mine, help me make my dreams come true. It was a wonderful, wonderful realization at the time when I understood this is something I have created 2 weeks ago in the singing circle that I experienced a little bit later. There was like a latency to the result. but it definitely happened. So in the short term, medicine songs change your state, they help you feel better. But I do believe that in the longer term, you can create certain states of your mind, certain feelings you will be living in. And you know how much your life depends on the state you are. And if you are capable of creating that state which is needed for achieving your goals, you basically go much easier towards them. You do not have so much resistance that you have to overcome and spend all that energy on overcoming the resistance when you have the right state of mind and your emotional body. Now, I was really curious, how does this work? What is this magic? Excuse me, what has just happened? And because the whole thing felt quite hippie to me, it felt, I don't know, it felt very childish and not real, not scientific, but definitely had an effect on me. Then I decided to give it a think. What actually happened there? In my opinion, they work as NLP, neuro linguistic programming, when we pronounce words, usually, unless it's just a vocalist. In these medicine songs, we sing certain words, and the words have power. They work as incantations, they work as affirmations. Some people just do affirmations in the morning. You know, they wake up and they say, I'm successful, I'm healthy, I'm feeling great, just like that. So, first part is the linguistic part of it. We create incantations for ourselves. But then, interesting part happens when you add music to it. The music, I mean music of the song, the tune of the song, because the tune usually is connected to the emotional side of things. Our voice expresses emotions that we have inside. And so what we do here is two things already happen. We linguistically program ourselves with certain words. At the same time, the tune of the song helps you create certain state, certain emotional state in your body. So you already have a very powerful combination. When your mind and your emotions are connected, there is a power in that unity. And after that, we also add a drum. And the drum is not necessary, but I think the drum creates the trance state in which your thinking mind goes a little bit into the sleep mode, but your subconscious mind opens up for the interesting stuff to be received inside of you. So you basically have the three parts in the singing and drumming circle. Again, we do linguistically program ourselves. Through singing, we engage our emotional body to believe what we are saying, and through drumming, we turn off the thinking mind and let incantation, all of these affirmations, come straight into our subconscious mind, which is the one that rules our lives in the end. We think that our thinking mind is what helps us get things done, which it is in a way, but the subconscious patterns really rule what is going on in the long term. This is how I explain to myself what medicine songs are. And with my clients, those who want to find instruments how to deal with lack of self-confidence and different other states, and those clients who are just interested more in the singing voice rather than the speaking voice, I offer medicine songs as just a tool to try if it works for you. And I share my playlist with my clients, and then the clients find the songs that actually work for them better. So it's a beautiful process. Why I like to explain medicine songs in this way is to gift them to people who have very analytical mind. Unfortunately, our mind has a lot of protective mechanisms, and for some people it will work. I say, here is a great tool for you to change your state, let's sing together, and the person will immediately go for it. But for another person, it will take more time to relax into that state. And if I explain this is how scientifically this works, the analytical mind can accept that framework, and you will get an amazing tool for yourself to work with your state and to help you throughout your life. Now, if you are interested in these medicine songs and you would like to see if they work for you, I am happy to share my playlist with you. Just send me a comment saying playlist, and I will send you my favorite medicine songs so you can experience them for yourself. And I see you next time.